unless you want to make anybody else feel bad. Just me. Just me. All right. Sometimes it's like I have the feeling like it's alive and kind of doing something against me, but even though I know it's not really. All right, Fireflies, welcome to the beginner. Get ready for the day routine. This is head to toe warm up. Get going, get moving, get your blood flowing, and get yourself ready for the day. Feel a little more awake, a little more alive as you go along. And today I wanted to make sure that we still did it because I did want to do arms today because arms are usually something that you learn, a little bit later with dance. First you learn some steps and then you add your arms into it. But when you're dancing, when you're performing, if somebody's watching, maybe nobody is, but even if it's you watching yourself in the mirror, your arms are really kind of, your upper body, your face, your arms are the first thing that people look at. And so I wanted to make sure that we got to those and talked about them and did a few exercises to get the muscle memory also moving in our arms. So Fireflies, let's do just a quick warm up, a little bit of core because we don't want to neglect that either. And feet, knees, all that good stuff, and then we're going to go back up the body to our arms. All right, so let's start downwards today. And I want you to glue your feet to the floor. And if you can, try and feel every part of your foot, not just your heels and the balls of your feet, but you want to feel like the arch of your foot is pressing down, the middle of your toes is pressing down, and every part of it has just one big flat magnet on it, so it's going. And it's magnetized to the good earth, which is also one big magnet. So you're super sturdy. You are stuck here, and from your hips down, you're just going to stay very square. And now I want you to take those toes and try and get them away from the magnets. You're going to try to squinch them up. And then you're going to release them, and you're going to squinch them up. And release and squinch. And release and squinch. And release and squinch. And release. And I want you to go, wait. I'm going to shift it over onto one leg. And raise the heel up and put it down. This is, so I've got all my weight over one leg. And this leg is going up and down. Just the heel comes up, the heel goes down. And I'm going to put it here. I'm going to be resting it on the heel. So I'm going to have my weight a little bit. It's still completely on this leg, but this leg I'm going to rest on the heel. And I'm going to try to wiggle my foot back and forth at the ankle. So it's not your whole leg moving. And even if it's just a little bit, I want you to try and get some wiggle in there. Try and think about where it is on your body and what you need to do. Imagine it going back and forth. If it's not really moving that much, and get that ankle moving. And keep your weight here. If you want to hang on to something, usually they have something nearby. It does not have to be a bar, it can be a wall, a table, a chair, whatever. If you want to grab hold of that now, we're still keeping your weight shifted over here, but I want you to slide your foot until you reach the tip of it. Try and take the weight off the tip, and then slide it back. And you're sliding the heel out, getting to the balls of your feet, and then just resting that tip on the ground. And we're just going to slide that lightly back and forth. So when we're doing a little bit more for our feet, we are really kind of digging into the ground and ironing the ground. But right now, I just want you to slide it back and forth to keep your foot moving. So our feet take a lot for us during the day. We want to make sure that they are warmed up and ready to go. All right, so we're going to plant it parallel to the other foot. I'm going to shift my weight to the middle. I'm going to loosen my knees a little bit. Just letting them go, getting that initial on Wednesdays, kind of more of that strengthening stuff, and on Fridays, I want to kind of add to your dance, just a little more technique there. And as we're sat in the middle, so we've got our knees moving, we're going to tighten our legs and send our knees directly over our toes. You may have to adjust, so that happens because all of our bodies are different, they're all unique. And you're not going all the way down, you're going to go down a little bit, and then you're going to push the ground away from you. So you stay here, the ground goes down. So you're pushing that up, and I don't want you to bend over, I don't want you to hinge here. I want you to pretend you're a book on your head, and you're pushing the ground away and launching yourself up into the air. And tighten your legs, knees going over your toes, keeping your legs tightened, and then pushing the ground away from you as you rise up into the air. And pushing the ground away. And one last time, tighten your legs, knees going over your toes, and pushing the ground away. And I'm going to take my legs. You can loosen your knees a little bit here if you want to keep them straight. Sometimes it's not super comfortable. And I'm going to shift my hips parallel to the floor over this leg. And we're going to do this other foot. So first we're going to raise them over the heel. So you're just lifting it up a little, putting it back down. You want to move slowly because our fascias, which is organ right under your skin, looks like chicken skin, should warm up first and then go deeper. Today we definitely want to get our fascias at least done. And now, keeping your weight over this leg, resting your heel on the floor, and you're going to try and give it a wiggle back and forth. Try to imagine what it is on your body, what you need to do. See it in your mind, go back and forth. If it's something you're having difficulty identifying, if you can't make it move very well, you just want to first see it moving in your mind, visualization. And even if it's not really moving yet, you made the first step in that connection. All right, bring it down again. And we're going to have the whole thing on the floor. And here you might want to notice something for balance. And we're just going to slide it in and out. Slide it along the floor until you come to rest on the tips of your toes. And then we're going to put it down again. And we're going to shift our weight to the middle, parallel position. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to be bending our knees. This time we're going to go a little bit deeper. So, all right. So tighten your legs. And going straight down over your toes. And pushing the ground away. And tighten. Oh, thank you for the legs. Thank you. Pushing the ground away. I really appreciate all of you you subscribe and help out this channel because we're going to get it out to more people that way. And one of the things I really wanted to do when I started this channel, and of course dancing has been my professional vocation my whole life, but I want to share with people who maybe was wanted to dance but thought, well, I can't do that. And a lot of people say I have 2 left feet, it's just not for me. But it really is for everyone. It's something everyone can learn. Shaking out your legs a little bit, relaxing them. And so we started with merengue some months ago, and which is, just a stepping dance, but we put arms with it to get started. So if you ever want to go back to that, they're usually at the end of the lives. And that's a good one to start with if you're just beginning your journey, but this is also good. And today, these arms, they're for everything and anything you do. All right, so we are going to Nice. So you want your shoulders and feet in place, turn side to side. I like animals. Like currently, I only have the ratties. You know, if time permitted, I would have more, but as it is, you know, I need to let them out a little bit of exercise and feed and clean and all, do all that, and it's already stretching time. Okay, so, and a little further. Now we're gonna keep the hips frozen in place, and we're just gonna tilt the shoulders, with a little pull, here, and coming back, and here, and coming back. Now fireflies, we're going to the side, and as we come back, I want you to feel this middle part stretching out like taffy, making you taller. And side, and stretching it up and making taller. And stretching up and making taller. And the side, and stretching up and making you taller. And then we're going to do the same thing to the front. And you're going to bend right here in the middle. Doesn't matter how much. Can you a little bit, a lot. Same, we're all different. And it's going to be like you're getting a cramp in here. And you're going to lengthen that middle to come up. So I find it helpful if I take my hands and make kind of a lengthening movement here. That just helps me visualize where it is that I want to lengthen. You're trying to think of another way you could feel that. It's a little hard to reach, but taking the rib cage and pulling it up. Or you can take your hips and pull them down and try and pull your rib cage away from them as you're standing up. So, and stretch. I'm not counting today, but I want you to really, really feel that lengthening here. Visualize it. What would it look like if you came up and then your body started to lengthen the middle, started to get low and long. And again, are we feeling that flare flies? Because it's not really about speed and doing things slowly. You really, really feel what you need to feel and get those muscles working the way that you want them to work. So it's this bit that's stretching up. And we're going to do it to the side again. To the side. And then you're going to feel this lengthen like you're going over something to come up. And to the other side. And then you're like over here to like jumping over something that's right here to come up. And one more time each side. And lengthening coming up. And lengthening coming up. Good job, fireflies. Shake at your legs. And we're going to tilt back and look at the sky. But I want you to feel that you are relaxing the muscles that you were just working. So we're just leaning back and want these to just kind of stretch out, relax, lengthen, and coming back. Okay, if you have something nearby, this can be anything, chair, table, counter, wall door, whatever you've got. We're going to one foot in front of the other. This is something we do each and every time because this whole area underneath the knee has a tendency to tighten because we stand in it, we walk on it, we dance in it, we do whatever it is. Now, again, this dance is different for everyone. You want to keep it, you want to keep yourself very sturdy, so if you're still going to have your legs aligned with your hips, so that you're not in a line here, you are going over your toes, and you may need to adjust the distance here depending on, I've been doing this a long time, which is why I put it a little farther to the back. And keeping this straight, if you can't keep it straight, bring it in a little, bring it closer. And I'm leaning into that front leg, and I want to feel a stretch in my lower leg. So if you bend your knee, you're going to get a little lower, but you want to first feel that whole straightened leg is stretching. hobbies aren't as diverse as they should be. I used to read all the time, but first I got out of that was something I did my whole life until a few years ago, and then I guess with the advent of screens, then all right. Well, let's lift our shoulders up, and then we're going to press our shoulders down. And I want you to feel like somebody is holding them down, and you're pushing up against them, and then they're trying to pull them up, and they're resisting again. So it's not like you're lifting and dropping. You're just going slowly down. And then we're going to take the right shoulder, and it's like you're going to nudge somebody with it, bring it back, and the left shoulder, and the right shoulder, and the left shoulder. Try not to move anything else, just that one area. So we're not putting our whole body into it, we're just putting your shoulder in. And circling your shoulders forward. And circling arms back. And back here. Morning, Marianne. Is it Marianne? Marianne? I have a picture of names. I don't need to. I like names. They're so interesting, how they're selected and so forth. Everyone has a story. All right, so we are going to start with just making a very soft movement, lifting that to the side and back, inside and back. It's like kind of a foot movement. Yeah, this is like our knee loosening. It's just kind of an initial. Keep going. And to the front. This soft movement. And then we're going to go down to our hands and fan out our fingers. Come back. Fan out our fingers. And come back. And fingers. And come back. And fingers. And come back. Now we haven't done this exercise in a while, but we're going to do it today. We're going to take one hand, and the other hand is going to assist us. So I want you to, even though this hand is helping us out, I want you to try and make movement from this hand. And we're just going to do our fingers one at a time like this, but we're going to do it slowly. So if I push my thumb down, I want to try and make sure this hand is holding it there, even though I'm getting some help from the other one. So we're going to do my thumb, and index, and middle, and ring, and pinky, go the other direction, and pinky, and ring, and middle, and index, and thumb. Switching hands, and thumb, and ring, and middle, and index, they bloom all year round. You never know. Oh, okay, so yeah, that is actually an excellent idea. Why don't, you can also email me favorite Bachata songs. You can go on any Apple Music, just put in Bachata, and a lot of stuff will come up. And it's a little different from salsa. Salsa is a little bit less, let's say it's a little bit more disorganized, so it's, bachata, there's usually a very nice melody, and it's got, you know, their nice voices and all that stuff. It's really, really expressive music, so it's a nice thing to have a listen to. If you want to sing me some, maybe we can do a little of that. Okay, so I'm going to bring the arms up halfway, and down, and halfway, and down to the front, halfway, and down, halfway, and down, a little higher, down, a little higher, and then the last one, we're going to go all the way up, and all the way up, and down. This is different for everyone, and to the front, down, front, and down. Yeah, shaking that out that flies. Okay, so this is an exercise we've done before, but I'm going to connect it now to the arms that we're going to be doing. So I want you to think about your arms as being boneless, muscleless, just like it's like they're limp pieces of linguine. Yeah, linguine. I like linguine. So they are just hanging. There's nothing in them, no energy. And now I want you to think about your elbows. I want you to see them in your mind's eye. And I want you to leave everything limp. And just like there's, you know how you stick a fork in and you pull up a strand of noodle? I want you to think like that. So your elbows are lifting up. They're lifting up your little arms. And you're letting go. And lifting up. And letting it go. Fork in, lift up the noodles. And back down. And elbow. And back down. And elbow. And back down. So what we want to, as we progress along, is activate that movement, because when we, for example, lift up our arm, we can lift it up straight, but we can also give it a little more dimension by using that elbow to make it soft, to make it strong, and to give a little more character to our arms. And sometimes this takes a while to learn. I like to start things, you know, way before we actually go to them, but this is an exercise I want to do a little bit more. I want to make sure we do it on the daily so that we get our arms moving, because particularly in Latin social dance, which is what we're learning right now, you use your elbows a lot to move your arms, so that the movement is driven by your elbows, a little bit by your shoulder blades. So we're going to try and feel where our shoulder blades are, super important, which is what we're going to do next. So if you're on something that you can actually grab onto, I want you to grab onto that, and then you're going to push your shoulders forward, just your upper body. You may have to adjust the height, and I want you to try and feel your back, where your shoulder blades are. I have heard butterflies. I still want to intermediate real quick, but let's do some arms first. So this is that you're going into the ground, so you're bending a little bit, and when you come up, your arms are being moved by your knees, and it's like momentum is bring them up. And you're going back down, you're pressing the ground away, and that movement is causing your arms to go and sweep out to the side. And back down, and momentum, arms are sweeping to the side, and back down, and arms sweeping to the side. Try and relax your arms. So I know it's, when we're doing new movements, very often instinct is to stiffen, but here we just want to make them soft and relax them. And then we're going to lift them up and try and keep your elbows supported here. But again, relax, especially your forearms, and keep your elbows in place. Just be moving our forearms. A little bit like a dog. Very, very soft. Soft forearms. Your elbows are holding you up, but nothing else has any muscle or any bone. And back together, the same thing. Keeping your elbows in place. Don't move those elbows. Keep them in place. And your arms, a little shake. And lifting your arm out to the side. I want you to pretend somebody grabbed your hand and is pulling you. So I want you to freeze from here down. And I want you to feel that pull just in your upper body. And it's going to come back. And another side. Somebody was grabbing your hand and you're going to pull to it. And coming back. And reaching in. And pull. Back. Reaching in. And pull. And back. All right, so another thing we very often do, less for the Latin social dance, but I still like it. I still like to use my head. People tend to dance with their heads straight in this, but I like to use my head because I think it gives it a little bit more kind of friendly movement. We're going to take our arm, we're going to raise it up, and it's going to be kind of on a diagonal. So it's going to be a very comfortable place. So you're not stretching to the side or the front, you're just lifting it up. I want you to take your index finger, and you're going to be pointing with it, but you're just going to be making it a little more prominent than the rest of your fingers. And you start with your hand loose, your index finger, and you're going to look over the tip of your hand, follow it up, looking beyond it, and then follow back down. So you don't want to be looking at your hand, you want to be looking beyond it, and following it up, back down. It's like you're pointing the way, down, go over there, and down. Other arm. So you're going to take that index finger, make it a little more prominent, like you're pointing, and with your head, you're going to be looking over your hand. So there, back, over there, back, it's over there, and back, and look, and back. So we're also connecting our head and our where we're looking. There's another word for it.
Vision?
Vision, yes. Our vision, our glance, yes. So we're trying to give the audience, we're trying to tell a story. So we're trying to, say, look over there, look up there, it's over here. So gaze. Thank you very much. Too much in the brain. So we're going to go back to the arms that we did with merengue and we've been doing here. We're not going to connect them to the feet just yet, but we had a very common movement in Latin social dance where you lift up an arm and you drop it to your head. elbow's going to drop to your side. And then your elbow is going to be dropping towards the floor till your hand can reach your fin and just slide it down and go out. This is something we've done before, so I'm not going to repeat too many times, but arm up in the air, dropping to your head. Now your elbow is going to drop straight down to the ground, and then it's going to keep going till you can reach your body, and you're just going to slide off. And again, here it is from the back, so arms going up, it's dropping to my head, my elbow's going straight down to the ground, like it has weight in it, and then it's going to go naturally until I can reach my body. It's up or down, depending on what your body is like, and all different. Slide it out. And the arm is coming up, and it's dropping to my head, elbow dropping down, until I reach my body, and then sliding it off. Let's do that one last time. Arm going up, dropping to your head, elbow dropping down, keeps going, slide off, and arm going up, dropping to your head, elbow going down, and sliding off your body. We'll repeat really quickly our steps in Bachata. Actually, let's not worry about forward back today. We're going to do side to side. So we're going to do our basic step, which is left together, left tap, right together, right tap, left. Left together, left tap, right, and right together, right tap, left. Left together, left tap, right together, right tap, left, and left together, left tap, right together, right tap, left. So that is, if you want a little more broken down explanation, we've got videos on that. And we're going to start our step tap with our left tap, right tap, left. So just go from foot to foot. And you're always stepping on the foot that you tap. So going, and see, it's not just, I'm shifting my whole body with this. But again, don't worry too much about that. We're just going to dance today. We're going to enjoy the music. And then we're going to just come and stand on a nice sturdy base. And we can do a little bit with the beat from side to side as we've been doing, but we're going to do some arms. We're going to be putting them to the side and up and the movement that we just did. All right. Let's see what we got. here, Fireflies. We will be back with you on Monday, and we'll get those others posted. Meantime, and so happy you're here. So grateful that we're on this journey together, and that we're building this community, that we're here for each other, and just keep with it. It's really persistence at the end of the day. You know, even in professional arena, it wasn't like that was my discovery. It wasn't really like who was the best, who was like the best technique, the flashiest, whatever. It was really kind of the persistence and the consistency that was the best thing that gets you where you want to go. So just stick with it. We're here for you, and you can always message us with questions, comments, suggestions. Normally we would jump on and do an intermediate, but I'm so sorry. They're just I was like, with this one, I always take my time because if you're just starting your journey, particularly, I want y'all to, do the exercises correctly, so I like to break it down. I'm somebody, when I learn something new, I want it broken down piece by piece, so I know exactly what I need to be doing, so that's what I'm trying to put to you all. So my Fireflies, I'm going to wish you a little day, wonderful weekend. There's an event Saturday, so I'm going to make, I don't know how much of it I can actually video, but I will try to do a little bit, be there with you guys. And I'm going to send my love to you.